Hey and welcome to the Daily Arsenal News Show. Let's begin with our daily news. Arteta shares Saka update ahead of North London derby. Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta has hinted that Bukayo Saka will be fine to start in the North London derby against Tottenham Hotspur. The Gunners head to number 17 on Sunday to face Antonio Conte's Spurs at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Arsenal remain top of the Premier League table, though they did drop 2 points last time out. The Gunners played out a 0-0 draw with Newcastle in their first match of 2023. However, they go into the derby on the back of a victory, having beaten Oxford United 3-0 in the FA Cup on Monday. Saka was a doubt going into the derby after having to come off before full time against Oxford on Monday. The 21-year-old limped off at the Qassam Stadium, with Emile Smith-Rowe taking his place. However, Arteta sought to allay fears over Saka's fitness at his pre-match press conference. When pressed by journalists, the Arsenal boss said, as per the official website, "I think he will be okay." Arteta was then asked if he thought players like Saka needs more protection from referees and officials. He went on to add, "It's something that we have discussed many times. I think the referees have a duty to protect the game in general, and they do their best to try to do that." Tottenham appear to have a couple of potential injury boosts ahead of the game, so it's good that Arsenal do too. Saka is an absolutely outstanding player who makes the difference in games. His absence would be a huge blow for Arsenal, particularly in a game as big as the derby. Arteta doesn't seem concerned about Saka's fitness, so hopefully the good news will be confirmed on Sunday. Sky Sports reporter offers update on Fulham interest in Arsenal defender Cedric Soares. Fulham could make a loan move to sign Cedric Soares from Arsenal late on during the transfer window. Sky Sports reporter Darmish Sheth has spoken to Give Me Sport about the right-back situation and the prospect of him moving on this month. Even before the transfer window started, it was reported that Arsenal and the Cottagers were close to a deal over the Portugal international, but it seems his wage demands have proved an issue and the trail has gone slightly cold of late. But Sheth thinks a move manifests as the window wears on. He said, "I'm still trying to get a bit more information on this. He is not featuring really in Arsenal's games of late, and I know Fulham were interested in him. The information I was getting on that one was yes, the interest was there, but not at the terms and the wages being quoted to them. I just wonder if Cedric Soares continues not to feature in the squads for Arsenal towards the end of the window. Fulham may then try their luck again. Just say, look, let's take him on loan, or let's try and do a deal where we pay a portion of his wages because we want to bring him in." In December, the Evening Standard reported interest from Bayer Leverkusen and Villarreal, but nothing seems imminent there either. The defender has been called gifted by Mikel Arteta, but the only time he has started him this season was in the EFL Cup lost to Brighton. It seems like it may be down to Cedric to make any exit happen, or Arteta can keep him around as cover until the end of the season, with the Europa League set to kick back in next month. FA sends letter of warning to Zinchenko over celebration. Alexander Zinchenko's arrival at Arsenal has helped make the Gunners one of the top sides in England once again, and Mikel Arteta's team has benefited greatly from having the Ukrainian in its squad. The left-back is one of the Gaffer's most trusted men and continues to deliver when he wears the red and white shirt of the Gunners. However, sometimes he can be over the top with his actions, especially celebrations, and a new report says the FA warned him earlier in the campaign. A report on the Telegraph reports that the FA sent a letter of warning to Zinchenko after he celebrated a goal with his teammates on the pitch while he was not even a part of the matchday squad. Arsenal has had an amazing season, and some of their goals and wins have been very emotional to the fans and players. Zinchenko must have been caught in the hat for the moment, making him act as he did. The Ukrainian will definitely heed the warning, but more importantly, he will hope to stay fit so he can play or at least make the bench in Arsenal's matches. Hopefully, while he is on the pitch, we will have many more goals to celebrate together. Fabrizio Romano says Arsenal target Danilo is about to join Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest have beaten Arsenal to the signature of one of the most talented Brazilian youngsters in South America, Danilo Oliveira from Palmeiras. That's according to Fabrizio Romano, who revealed on Twitter last night that a deal has been agreed and signed, and the 21-year-old who Arsenal were heavily linked with just a few months ago is now on his way to the City ground. Rumours about Danilo first emerged after Arsenal reportedly showed interest in signing the talented midfielder back in the summer transfer window. Gol Brazil claimed then that the Gunners tabled it a £20 million bid to sign the youngster, but a deal did not materialize in the end. Fast forward a few months, 90-Minute claimed that Mikel Arteta's side were in advanced negotiations with Palmeiras to sign Danilo in the January transfer window. Many Gunners fans expected the deal to go through this month, but Arsenal's focus lies elsewhere at the moment, and Nottingham Forest have taken advantage of the situation and sealed the deal. Romano declared his famous "Here we go" before sharing. Deal signed a few minutes ago with Palmeiras, final fee around £17.7 million. Understand Danilo will fly to England on Saturday to undergo medical tests and sign a long-term contract, big one for Forest. This is a hugely exciting signing for Nottingham Forest. Danilo is one of the most exciting young midfielders in South America. He is excellent on the ball, a brilliant passer, and is not phased when pressed, which makes him an excellent fit for the Premier League. Described as a diamond in the rough by breaking the lines, Danilo has the potential to become a real star in the coming years, and Arsenal could well end up kicking themselves. Mikel Arteta smiles when asked about Mykhaylo Mudryk's socials. Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta has replied to a question about Mykhaylo Mudryk in his presser yesterday, and did so with a wry smile. Mudryk is thought to be closing in on a move to the Gunners. After a long few weeks of talks, Arsenal appear to have made a breakthrough, and Modric is now closer than ever to signing. However, nothing is over the line yet, but those followers of Modric on social media will have noticed that the Ukrainian is dropping more than one hint when it comes to signing for Arsenal. And when pressed on if he follows that social media activity himself, Arteta told reporters with a smile that he is not aware of any such goings on. Can I answer now? Arteta smiled when asked about Modric's socials. You know, we cannot talk about any other player. There are some interest in other things we would like to do to improve the team, because we are a bit short in certain areas, but we are trying as a club. We are determined to try and improve the team in every window. Mikel Arteta knows, doesn't he? The signing of Modric is so close now that it's almost done and dusted. Arsenal need the signing to happen. As Arteta says, the squad is light in certain areas, so he needs a few new faces to keep up the title pressure. Modric is a talented player who improves the starting 11 and squad. Arteta will hope to have a different answer by his next presser, but for now, Arsenal fans must wait patiently, it seems. Modric debut date revealed as deal edges closer. Arsenal are edging ever closer to completing the signing of Ukrainian winger Mykhaylo Mudryk, and even have a debut date in mind for him. The Gunners appear to be finally nearing a deal for Mudryk. The Times reports a fee in the region of £80 million, a club record, has been more or less agreed between Arsenal and Shakhtar Donetsk now. The deal is now seen as a formality, with the structure of the deal now being ironed out. And in good news for Arsenal fans looking forward to seeing Modric, the Times claims that he could be in line to feature against Manchester United just next week. That suggests a confidence from the Gunners that the deal is more or less done and dusted. Arsenal take on United looking to exact some revenge from earlier in the season. That day, Erik ten Hag's side got the better of the Gunners, winning out 3-1 at Old Trafford. Mikel Arteta has spoken consistently about looking to strengthen this month. Modric has always been his number one target, and it seems a deal is more or less done now. Arsenal fans, then, could see Modric against Manchester United as the Ukrainian looks for an exciting debut in England. Okay, well, maybe not from the very start of the game, but in terms of a big game to make an impact in on your debut, they don't come much more high profile than Arsenal versus Man United. Modric is more than capable of making an impression as well. He is being signed for a reason, and his experience in the Champions League will see him well in games like this. For Arsenal supporters, it seems like all the to and fro regarding Modric is now coming to an end. Juventus identify Vlahovic replacement amid exit rumors. Juventus have identified Noah Okafor as a replacement for Dusan Vlahovic amid reports Arsenal still want to sign the Serbian striker. Vlahovic is a name that keeps getting thrown up this January when it comes to Arsenal. Despite getting close to landing Mykhaylo Mudryk in an £80 million deal, it's been known all along that the Gunners would like to do more than one deal this winter. Indeed, talk of a move for Joao Felix was firmly on the cards before he signed for Chelsea. Over in Italy, La Repubblica are claiming that an Arsenal move for Dusan Vlahovic is very much still alive. It's claimed the Gunners are still big fans of the forward, and a move either in January or the summer remains a possibility. Further to that, Juve reports how Juventus are already lining up Noah Okafor, who was linked with Leeds in the summer. Should they lose Vlahovic, it seems then that the lightning quick Vlahovic could well be on the move at some point. The Serbian was heavily linked with Arsenal back in the winter window of 2021. However, he signed for Juve for big money, dealing a big blow to Mikel Arteta at the time. The big problem Dusan Vlahovic has got if he signs for Arsenal is that when everyone is fit, he probably doesn't even get in the starting 11. He isn't playing over Gabriel Jesus, nor is he getting in the wide areas in place of Saka or Martinelli. And with Modric close to signing, Vlahovic would have even more competition for places. Of course, all the best sides need a big squad, just look at Manchester City. But Vlahovic to Arsenal seems unlikely right now and will surely only happen in the summer, if at all. Chris Sutton makes a very bold Tottenham versus Arsenal prediction. Chris Sutton expects Arsenal to smash Tottenham when both clubs meet in the Premier League this weekend. Mikel Arteta's side is the most informed club in the competition now and will want to maintain its lead at the top of the Premier League table. Spurs have been shaky and will be out to spoil Arsenal's party and also enhance their bid for a top 4 finish. It promises to be one of the best North London's derby we have had in a long time, and Harry Kane will look to keep his fine goal-scoring record in the competition. However, Sutton is convinced Arsenal will beat the Lily Whites comfortably, and Kane will not find the back of the net. He said via The Sun, "I know Harry Kane loves playing against Arsenal. I also know he can break Graves' record this weekend, but he won't. He won't score, and Tottenham won't score. Arsenal are going to wipe the floor with them." Arsenal is an easy club to support now because we are in terrific form and everyone knows we have forgotten how to lose a game. However, that does not mean we are unbeatable, and one of the biggest mistakes we will make would be to think we can beat Spurs automatically because of our form. Every football match is different and derbies are way more complicated to win than other games. I will be uploading daily Arsenal news show, so keep your eyes on the channel and don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate your support. Peace out.